ハンコック、とても綺麗だよ。一生幸せにするよ、ハニー。はい、ハニー。
Luffy's naivety and possible romantic relationships is one of the subjects I like to talk about the most here on the channel. And since we recently had a lot of new subscribers, whether because they discovered the channel recently through a referral from YouTube or because they came from my secondary channel of One Piece scenes, I feel obliged to redo that old video on this subject so that in this way no one is lost with the videos that will be posted on this channel in the future. So, once again let's dive headlong into this matter by allowing ourselves the following questions. Is Luffy really a character without any kind of malice or evil? Is Luffy just a complete idiot or something? Or is there a reason why Luffy doesn't have mean and malicious thoughts, especially when it comes to women? Well, we're going to analyze all this in today's video. Hey my dear pirates! You are on channel Straw Hat's One Piece Theories. So if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your devil fruit. And if you're new here my dear pirate, already subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado let's get to this epic video. And well my dear pirate, in a previous video we commented on Luffy's childlike mentality and how Oda develops the character in relation to women in One Piece. Especially if we look at the relationship between Luffy and Nami or Luffy and Boa Hancock. Oda ended up revealing in an SBS that Luffy is still a man whether he wants it or not, so he likes women and their bodies, especially when he sees Nami or Hancock as they came to the world if you know what I mean. Of course, Oda used an excuse to escape the questions by saying that these actions of Luffy, when he acts in a more malicious way, happen mainly when he is next to Usopp, and that both would be like two young people in an amusement park. But I believe that actually Oda likes to demonstrate that even though Luffy is essentially a comic character to the point of literally being a clown in many moments, still, he has natural feelings that any human being has. And that's really cool because it humanizes the character even more. But back to the main question of the video, if Luffy only acts in this malicious and perverted way when next to Usopp or for some other reason, then is it valid to say that Luffy is indeed a naive character? And if that's true, why is he like that? Well, Oda also answered that question, or almost. A fan asked Oda why Luffy doesn't have many thought bubbles, and Oda replied that when drawing Luffy, he was trying to make it very simple and straightforward about what he wants to be and how he feels, which is why out of all the main characters, Luffy has the least number of thought bubbles, since he acts and says what he wants to do instead of thinking. It is a very interesting approach from Oda in relation to the protagonist of his story. Being more direct and decisive of what he wants is an important feature of Luffy and that makes fans love him more and more. That is, my dear pirate, it's not that Luffy is literally naive, he just doesn't think much about what he's going to say and acts in a completely sincere way, so when he sees Nami and Hancock without clothes and apparently he shows something for Nami at that moment and in another he doesn't show it for Hancock doesn't mean that he doesn't really feel anything. He feels it, but the way he will react or show it will depend on his state of mind at the moment. Well, looking at it that way until Oda's answer about Usopp's influence on Luffy making him more malicious might make some sense, wouldn't it? And about evil, well, Luffy is a character with a good heart, he is indeed a kind character, but yes, he, like everyone else, has his moments of evil, of course not to the point of doing completely horrible things, but he does one thing or another. This is normal and demonstrates once again that he is not naive. If the subject is food, things become even clearer on the question of Luffy being or not someone naive. Well, for jokes and food he is really a genius and in his fights he, like Goku, develops and learns within them. But about women, that's what I said in the other video. Imagine you, being a man or a woman, being inside this universe where you and your group that only have beautiful women and muscular men, all being of legal age, do you really think that nothing would happen? I finished the video with this question for you. And it's definitely clear to me, Luffy isn't really naive. But now I want to know your opinion about everything we commented here today. Do you think that Luffy is indeed a naive character? Or is Luffy a character who doesn't overthink and just act when he's supposed to act? Will Luffy become more perverted and malicious as time goes on? But of course, if you made it this far, it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone. And until the next video.